Welcome back to another episode of Armchair Pundits. We've had a little break and we are well rested and ready for the start of the new season. And we have a few little topics to add to this show, a few things that have caught our eye that we're going to quickly discuss before we get onto our main topic of the transfers that have happened so far and some that haven't quite been completed, but they're probably going to get completed in the next couple of days for some of our clubs. Before we go any further, I want to pay our respects. Well, we want to, not I. We want to pay our respects to Jota and his brother Andre Silva, for, as all of you know, sadly passed away in a car accident a couple of weeks ago now. It's a big loss for Liverpool, big loss for his family, for a parent to lose both sons at the same time. It's not something anyone ever wants to see happen or hear happen. And from all reports, he was one of the nicest guys you could ever meet. So it's going to be a big loss for everyone that knows him and that supported him as well. He was, like I said, he was one of my favorite Liverpool players. So when I heard it, I was devastated. I can't even lie. So this goes out to his family. Hope you find a way to get through this situation and our love is with you guys.
Yeah.
How are you guys doing? You guys rested?
Yeah, man. Raring to go. I feel like we haven't non-stop football though, to be fair.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, there's a lot of football. I can't even say that I'm rested, man. I
No?
feel like I'm more tired. No. You know, like when you need a break after the break.
Yeah.
That's how I'm feeling at the minute.
Trust me.
Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, and hit that notification button. So we'll move forward to the main topic. No, in fact, there was something you obviously wanted to discuss, Lamont.
Yeah, I did. I'll leave that to the end though. There's a reason why. Yeah, if we got some time at the end and you guys allow me to ask a question, as I do, I'll leave it to the end.
No, you wanted to talk about Chelsea, didn't you? Or something like that? Or is that
what?
part of it?
With their
What, the fact that they're just signing everyone and to stop other people from signing them?
Yeah, I'm glad you reminded me. Now, am I the only one that thinks that someone needs to investigate what's going on over there? I think I said this on either the podcast or one of the last ones, but they are moving like their rules don't apply to them.
But it's the players, though. Like, Xavi Simons is the one that's linked. This has come across, for those who don't know, Xavi Simons is now linked with Chelsea. He's willing to talk. I think he's also linked with Arsenal. But at the top of the report is Chelsea. And club-to-club talks already started. And I'm sitting there thinking, you're someone who should be looking to be the main man at a team. And listen, Palmer's the main man at that team. And that's the position you're a number 10. You're not a winger. So if you're going to Chelsea, you're then fighting for Palmer's spot, which realistically, unless Palmer has a drastic fall off, you're not going to get that. So is he going to Chelsea for an 8-year contract and to be sitting on the bench for most of the time? He'll get some starts, obviously, but it's just like, where's your mind at? For a few of them doing that.
Yeah, I mean, Chelsea, go on.
I mean, I'm going to say that you said about Chelsea being investigated, but they've sold a load of stuff, innit? They sold the hotel. Then they sold something to do with the women's team.
They sold the women's team as well.
Yeah, and then they've just got a lot of money from the World Club Cup, and Arsenal can't stop giving them money. So it seems to be
52 million, yeah?
It seems to be that they're all right, 48. It's with add-ons, yeah? Remember? So it seems to be that like they seem to be balanced in the books, and they can sell. They've got so many players that they can sell them, so it seems that the coefficient is there.
Bro, it does seem
a bit mad.
They just signed one of the guys from Strasbourg, one of their best players, and they've obviously sold him the dream year coming to Chelsea. Now he's got there. Let's send him straight back to Strasbourg. Like, I'm pretty sure that wasn't part of his plan. He's probably had a nice increase in his wages, but I'm pretty sure he wasn't sitting there thinking, we're going to sign you and then we're going to send you back to Strasbourg. Like, maybe they did. Maybe he's like, okay, cool, you're going to give me more money to stay in the same club. I'll do that.
Do you remember the beginning of the last season where all of us were like, mentioning Chelsea, but like, they're they might be. If my man can get them working together, they might finish. Do you get what I'm saying? Remember, we were doing all of that at the beginning of the season, and now get to the end of the season. They won the Club World Cup. They won the Conference European League. Yeah, and they got into the next transfer. Say again.
And they got top four.
And they got top four.
So next year they got Champions League. Their manager looks like he has control. He has an idea. He has identity. They all want to play for him. All the other players that they're buying are not. I say not all of them. All right. Let me not over exaggerate. Some of the players that they're buying are arguably starters at the team that they've come from. Yeah. And they're coming to Chelsea not to sit on the bench, like James just said not too long ago. So you got to question yourself. Next season, is it really going to be a walkover for like the teams like Liverpool? And
it shouldn't be.
I don't think it is.
But it shouldn't have been a walkover last season. Really,
it wasn't this season a walkover.
But that's not how it panned out.
I mean, the thing is though,
it's not just them.
Tinkering doesn't necessarily get results, innit? And Claudio Ranieri proved that years ago when he had Chelsea and was just kept rotating the team around. I suppose it helps if they've got injuries and to be in the Champions League and order to fight on all fronts so players don't get tired. But then there's going to have to be a core of players that are going to be playing most weeks in order for the team to gel and stuff like that. I don't think it's going to be a good idea to just... I don't think it's going to... What they did last season when they had one team for the Europa... for the Conference League and one team for the Champions League, because that won't necessarily work. They are going to have... Premier League, sorry. But then this season, having Premier League, Champions League, maybe you can rotate players in more games, and it's going to be the same thing that we said last season. If they gel, then maybe, but if they go on that bad run of form that they had, then they could just be where they ended up last season anyway.
All right, last question on it. Can you have too many players that are at the same level? As in, do you need to have a set 11 that is realistically better than the ones that are coming in certain positions? Or is it plausible to have everyone as good as each other and to keep it harmonious?
It's plausible, but not for long. It doesn't ever last long. If you think about some of the greatest squads they've had, like in history, when you think about some of the Barcelona's, Real Madrid's, AC Milan's, Juventus back in the day, all of these teams that had like almost 2 11s that were capable of basically getting into most teams in the world, those teams don't last long. So for maybe 2 or 3 seasons, you can have it where the level you're able to keep people, or people are able to stay relatively happy if they're able to ensure that their game time works out for them. Like if you play 25, 30 games, you might be all right with that. But if you're only going to play 10, 15 games, or you're struggling to get that medal because you barely played any minutes in a certain competition, like to me, I think players are going to be unhappy with that. Like last season, we were talking about how big their squad was. They've already brought in 22 new players, or not new players, but there's players come back from loan and they've got the purchases. That's 22 players that have come in, whether it's back from loans or new purchases. Then they've got only 8 players have gone. So to me, they've only increased the problems that they were saying that they had last season, which was having too big a squad. So I can only assume that they're going to be getting rid of more players again, and they just want to make sure they bring all their guys in that they want, and they'll worry about selling the ones they need to get rid of later. But yeah, it can't last long.
Okay. All right. So we'll move on to the main topic. So the main topic for today is Premier League transfer Big Six special, to a degree. Because not all of us are Big Sixes anymore.
New season, bro. We're all on 0, bro. So stop your nose.
All right. Fair's fair. So... Nah.
Hey, no, seriously, you guys.
Hey, you know what?
No. I'm not even laughing at what James said. I'm laughing at your reaction to it. That's what killed me.
You know what? As well, I know that we've moved on from the Chelsea thing, but Lamont saying about Chelsea buying all the best players to have in the best squad is kind of like. I mean, that was United, didn't it? That was your MO.
No, that was United.
Yeah. We're talking about.
We're only talking about now. So if we talk about now, you're not in the Big Six.
No, but neither are you because it's 0-0. It's all zeros, isn't it? No one's in the
No,
big
no,
six
no,
right
no, no. We are because we start
No,
like second.
you lot all know that it's not top six, it's big six. Meaning,
Yeah, bro.
now. Yeah,
I know.
United are in there.
I know.
Exactly.
United in there.
I know what you lot are doing. I know what you lot are doing.
Stop, innit? Stop.
All right, and so first team, as we are the champions still for now. We have Liverpool. High profile exits or exit, but some wished it was exits in terms of
Should have been.
Salah stayed, Virgil stayed, but Trent left. But to cover Trent and the creative force he had, we brought in Wirtz. We brought in Frimpong also to cover the right back position. Mohammed to give the aging, as some say, Addison some competition. Gyökeres has come in, left back depth, or to take over really from Robbo. And we tried to get Isak, but unluckily we weren't able to get it. So we said to Newcastle, okay, cool. Well, we'll give you 120 for Isak. If you don't get him, if you don't give us him, then we'll take the guy you want to replace him. So we kind of have agreed a deal with Ekitike for 69 million plus 10 million in add-ons. Has that been a good window so far for you guys?
Has that been a good window for you? Why are you asking us?
That's a great window.
We don't care about your damn team.
What are you talking about?
Sure.
We don't care.
Man's asking us like our opinion even matters. Are you happy, James? Because you spent the last how many years complaining about Liverpool don't do this, Liverpool don't do that. You basically filled every single one of your concerns bar one, which is the centre back position. So are you happy, James, with your transfer window? Because
it's a very happy window. It'll be a perfect window if we were able to get Konate to extend his contract. And obviously buy a fourth. The thing is, I think you're the only one in the room that doesn't rate Konate. If I'm being honest. Konate, right, so if we sold Konate...
Bro, Konate is not a Upamecano, bro. I know where you're going. He's not a Upamecano. He's not. Konate is legit, bro. His only issue has been injuries. That's it. And it's not that he just gets injured. It's not like it's the timing of his injuries that's the problem for Liverpool.
Yeah, it was unfortunate last year because the only injury he got was literally last second of the game against Real Madrid when Endrick just plowed into him and took his knee out. And he missed 8 games from that, and that was it. So last year, I would consider that as a good season in general for that. But I think we've done well with squad depth. We do have a couple of issues. I don't want Diaz to go, but at the same time, he's got 2 years left, and the club aren't going to give him a new contract. If it means he goes and the rumours that are out there come true, i.e., he goes, we get Rodrigo. I don't think Rodrigo's as good as him now, but he can be better than him with consistent football. He can be better than him. So
you really believe that?
I think he could.
Yeah, man. Rodrigo is legit.
Rodrigo's
bro.
legit. But he's unfortunately
he's playing in a team where he doesn't get the same level of respect because of who they brought in instead. Because you remember Vinny Jr. When Vinny Jr. came, this guy was like, he was just causing problems in the worst way for Real Madrid. People weren't trying to pass to him because he was causing problems. They're like, don't pass to him. But now he's the go-to guy. But obviously Mbappe's come in and Bellingham and blah blah blah. But so Rodrigo doesn't really get as much of a look in. But Rodrigo's legit, man. At another team, he's the main man, really.
He is the main man at another team.
Honestly, you know what's annoying? Like Liverpool are moving like City. They've replaced everything that they're supposed to replace. I think obviously if Ekitike deal gets done, the only thing with Ekitike is the price is high for unproven. When you think about it, he's only had one good season of football.
Okay,
when he's had consistent game time, exactly. So for me, it's still a relative unknown. If they still are, because Isak is not over for me. Like I can see that.
I think
now, from all the reports, it's only over because Newcastle are digging their heels in to get as much money as they can. But if he wants to
They want
go,
100,
Newcastle will
innit?
take
They
the
want
money.
No, it's not for that. No, bro,
They
we
want
offered
100
we offered 120. We said to
They're
them,
not gonna.
Are you sure you
that?
offered 120?
yeah, bro,
I don't know,
bro, it's
bro.
out there. They said
Okay.
if you're willing to talk, we will start. Not even we'll start with 120. That's what they said. We will start
That-
from
that's-
120.
That's
Their
not.
chest
That's what
is
Newcastle
high.
said.
No, that's what Liverpool said to Newcastle. We'll start from 120. If you want to sell, you start from 120. If you don't
They
want to
don't
sell,
want to sell.
They don't want to sell.
That's
So
the
you
thing,
need
they
to blow
don't-
them out of the water.
they don't want to sell Premier League wise. They really
Premier League to Premier League.
Yeah, apparently that's what they've
Okay.
said. They don't want to sell
That's-
Premier League to Premier League. If he's to go, then he can go elsewhere. But no one's going to do that. Real Madrid don't need him. Barca don't need him. I know PSG don't need him. So no, only Saudi Arabia and Al Hilal are now coming in, and I'm wary that it could be a Al Hilal sign him, give him
150.
$500K a week, and then loan him
Yeah.
back to Newcastle.
Oh,
They're
nah.
they're all PIF, bro. They're all part of they're all part of PIF. And the problem, the thing with the Newcastle thing, he's the owner. He's the Newcastle part of PF's owner's favorite player. He's like, he's not going anywhere.
But he doesn't want to go to Saudi.
He doesn't want to.
And as you said,
he's not
I
gonna
mean,
do that.
Real Madrid don't need him, and Barcelona can't afford him, so it's not happening.
Look, when
So-
Newcastle said they weren't taking him on their pre-season or to
They took
begin
him,
with,
sent him home.
yeah. Oh, did they?
Yeah, they
So
took him
obviously,
and they sent him
I heard
home.
Eddie, I was like, he's too distracted. He's no good to us at the moment. So I was like, wow. And then a week later, I'm hearing that you guys are going for Ekitike.
Bruv, it wasn't a week. It was the same week, bruv.
It was the same-
Monday
it was
or
like just a couple
Tuesday,
days.
we said, here's
It
120.
seemed like someone else was in for Ekitike, and then all of a sudden it was Liverpool have made a bid. I was like, rah, okay, Liverpool are not playing.
But if you remember,
So-
I said from the beginning of the summer, we were looking at Ekitike.
Yeah,
But no one
there's been
knew.
enough rumours.
Yeah, we done the talks, but no one knew whether the whole Isak thing would land. So I think that's where it went with it. But to cut it short, I'm happy with the window. I think with what we've done, I make us favourites for next season, but we'll come to that further on.
Can I
down
ask
the
you a
line.
question? Did you guys go in for Philly, my man?
What do you mean? He's their player, bro.
He's their player for
We
last
signed,
season.
we signed him,
All right,
we
right.
signed him last summer.
Season. Yeah.
He's their player, bro.
So right now
Do you think-
we're using
Done deal.
2 summers worth of transfer budget.
Do you need
budget.
a- Do you need
'cause I was gonna
another
ask,
centre
is he
back?
still on loan?
Yeah, we do. So there's talk of
No,
Gertie.
he's with them now, Lamont.
Yeah,
Sorry.
he's with them
he
now.
joined up.
So he's come off
Joined
loan.
up.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
He
wasn't
played the
sure.
other day against Stoke and someone else, Preston as well. So your question, Bevan, what do you say again?
You need another centre back.
Yes,
You've only got what 3?
we've only got 3. Yeah, because you sold
Yeah.
Quanso, we've got 3. So for me, if Konate wants to go now, I'd rather keep him. But if they're going to sell him, then we need 2 centre backs because then we'll be there for 2. So there's talk of Gertie, and with Gertie, I'm happy to take him. That's an upgrade on Quanso, in my opinion. And we have this thing of signing captains. He's a captain. A lot of our players are international captains. Obviously, he's not international captain; he's a club captain, but he's captain material. So if we get Gertie, I think we're saving that to later because he's in the last year of his contract. For me, I'd be happy with that. If not, then we definitely need to sign one because I don't want. What last time we won the league, we went in with 3 centre backs and all 3 of them got injured. By January, we had no centre backs, so
Nat
we
Phillips.
can't be in that situation again. So yeah, happy with what we've got, but it'll be perfect with a centre back. And if Diaz goes, replacement for Diaz. If he stays, happy days for me.
Rodrigo.
So, yeah, Rodrigo, love it. So, moving on to the team that came second, Arsenal. So far, you've addressed your midfield gaps and defensive stability. It sounds like a broken record. What you really need is a striker. But you're once again filling gaps
I'm
in
sure.
defense. So,
You can always
Zubimendi,
have.
go on.
You can always have another centre back. I
Yeah,
mean,
for
who
real,
doesn't
bro.
need 8 centre backs?
It's actually quite funny. So Zubimendi, it's a good. Listen, I would have taken him last time. I thought we were getting him. I was happy with that. So that's gonna be a good signing. Madueke, I think your fans have done him dirty, having
Yeah.
petitions. But that's just for me. That's disgusting.
That's foul, man.
To not get the guy to sign. Like, even forget him. A lot of the players can handle it, but it's the family behind it. Yes, people will say I'm soft again, and maybe I am in that regard, but I think
What do you
it's
mean?
wrong.
What
People,
to sign the
yeah,
petition? No,
yeah,
that's foul, man. That's horrible. Like, I'm starting to not like Arsenal fans myself, because why would you do that to your own player? And
yeah.
then when you do sign him,
If he
then like
bangs,
if no, but even he has to bang, or you're not going to
yeah,
support him. Now he's an Arsenal
yeah,
player. Like, I didn't necessarily want Madueke, but he's there now, so you got to support him, innit? Try and get the
yeah.
best out of what he can do.
Norgard comes in. How do you feel about that?
I think that's a good squad. I think that's a good addition to the squad. I think he's a
It's
decent
a
player.
captain.
He's a leader at his team. He had a good season last season, and he can. I think he can play both sides of the ball. He can get forward, and he can defend and break up play and stuff like that. So,
as a direct replacement for Partey.
No,
I think it's more Jorginho.
Yeah, Jorginho.
Okay.
Yeah,
Zubimendi's Partey.
Yeah, in terms of the midfield, I think there's a lot of rotation in there with the players that we've got. We've got like 2 players for every position, really. It's just I think we need we need cover. We need cover for Saka. I know that they've
Is
signed
that Noni?
I think they might be playing Noni on the left, because it's looking like Trossard is going.
Okay.
He might be going to Galatasaray from what I've heard. So and Arsenal don't usually spend £50 million on backup players. Those are players that are going to start. So I still think there needs to be some kind of cover for Saka as well. I know there's talk about Eze and stuff like that, but I think
please no.
Arteta's come out and he said that they need more. We need more players, and he doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't usually do that. So
you know why he's done that though? He's had to do that because of the way Liverpool are moving and Chelsea are moving. He's had to realize that I could be playing these men and they have got fresh legs, and they've just played a tournament 2 or 3 days ago, Champions League, whatever. So he already knows, bruv, that if you lot don't have like a bolster squad, like Leon was discussing earlier on, you might come up short again for I don't know how much seasons in a row, with regards to winning like a trophy that matters.
Yeah, but I mean, there's only 2 trophies Arsenal can win next season. They can only win the league or the Champions League. That's it.
That you want to win.
Yeah, no, but I mean, even if Arsenal won the FA Cup, I mean, it's still not going to be. Oh, you didn't win the league though, so it's not really going to matter, in my opinion. Yeah, and then the last bit is to get the striker, and I do believe they're going to get. I do believe they're going to get Gyökeres. Like, there's too much of this saga going on, selling his house and his dad crying. I don't know what is going on. I don't know what's going on.
Why are Arsenal messing around with it though? You know what the price is. You know you need a striker, and you've made it clear that's the guy.
I don't know. It seems like it seems a bit of dirty tactics, isn't it? They're trying to unsettle him. They have unsettled him. They've agreed terms with him, and they're just saying I think it's the. It is a bit strange that the sticking point is this 10 million euros and how achievable these
targets are.
The items are.
You told them you're going to win the league, innit? That's why you said we're going to win the league, and they're like, nah, I'm not banking on that, bro.
They've seen the Arsenal tapes.
Trying to use them old football manager tactics, bro. Putting in unachievable clauses.
But then I want to know what their clauses. I want to know what they say their clauses are. What if he plays 50 games, give us 10 million?
Yeah.
No, man.
Yeah.
No, they'll probably say goals. Yeah, I think they'll say goals
and appearances.
They'll say goals.
Goals and appearances. So the last 2, Kepa has come in, good backup goalkeeper, and Mosquera is coming. He hasn't signed yet, but like Ekitike, that's more or less done and dusted. How do you see those 2?
I see Kepa as a good backup, really. I'm not too bothered about Kepa, or apart from the fact that we're giving Chelsea more money again. But he did all right at.
He had a good season.
Bournemouth. He did a good season at Bournemouth, and he seems to have lost a lot of like those shaky moments, and he's come to be a number 2. So like he'll get games in some of the Carling Cup games and maybe the FA Cup games and stuff like that. It's good. That's a good decision to the squad. And then we signed a young centre back. I mean, who doesn't need another centre back?
He's played a lot of minutes though,
Arsenal.
so it's not one. Yeah, for real. It's not one that should be you're worried about in terms of has he played enough minutes. I think he's one of the highest under 21s in the top 5 leagues for minutes played. So you're getting someone that's ready, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose again, if you're going to have to rotate players, and the problem that we've had is some injuries at centre back, then I think it's another good addition to the squad. I think, like, in terms of a transfer window, I'm quite happy with it so far. It's just
you cannot be. You've not got a striker, bro. Take time.
No, but
you need a striker,
bro. I said so far. Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
It's the 21st of July. It's not the 21st of August.
Don't just talk stuff like that, though.
I'm not talking stuff like that. This is my bro. Are you gonna ask me about my transfer window? How many players you signed? What, 2? Have you got 2 yet? Anyway, we'll come to you in a second. So at the moment, I'm happy with what's going on. I just want to see more movement with the striker and getting that moving, and then possibly if we can sign Eze.
On that Eze talk though, before we finish that, if you guys get Eze, I don't think Guehi goes Liverpool because I can't see them letting go of 2 mainstay candidates at Crystal Palace. However, it's probably not unheard of because a lot of those clubs are getting pillaged at the moment. But
problem with Guehi, he's got 1 year left. It's whether they're ready to let him go for free.
Yeah, right. If they're going to stump up the money, if they get like
if Liverpool say 60 million, they might say okay, fine, boy, because they're linked with Sporting Lisbon's centre back, who would be a very good replacement for him, Diamande. In all honesty.
And in regards to Gyökeres, we'll definitely help you with that one, Bev. We'll throw our name in the hat and we'll get you guys moving. Don't worry about it.
Apparently, you have. Apparently, you offered more money already.
Your name's been in the hat from day, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Don't worry,
his problem is I don't know if I want to go to that.
I don't want to
doo show.
Cesspit, mate.
He's like if you up a creek without a paddle, bro.
But honestly, though, like, Lamont, I know you are ever the optimist, and it's admirable, honestly. But your manager, really, he needs to start thinking about switching up the formation because this 3-4-3 thing is not the thing for you lot, man. Really is not.
So let's move to Man United.
It's only the 21st of July, yeah? We've got another month yet.
Bro, I heard you lot was stinky against Leeds the other day. Like,
yeah, even the manager said it was...
right. You heard right. You heard right, brother. From time Daniel James was doing his jinky and cutting inside like he's some real world beater, I was like, boy, oh boy, it's going to be a long month, boy, if we don't sort it out.
0-0s in preseason, boy. That's a lot. So,
they didn't concede, though.
Yeah. So, Cunha comes in, versatile forward. And Mbeumo, finally, that's dragged on forever. He finally agreed a deal with him, 65 million plus 6 in add-ons. Signed a youngster from South America, Diego Leon. Actually played the other day, left wing back.
Yeah, he didn't do badly neither, to be fair.
But key departure, Rashford going to Barcelona, pending a medical. And obviously you've lost experience with Lindelof, Eriksen and Johnny Evans becoming your low. Like he's moved upstairs or something like that.
Yeah, he's dealing with the academy. He's dealing with the academy boys. Yeah.
So Amorim's pragmatic start. Cunha adds hustle, but where is your marquee striker? And where's your marquee centre back?
And I'm not convinced that the centre back's going to come as early as we think. Look, I think there's a lot of. I mean, I was taking the mickey out of Bevan earlier on in terms of like you can't be happy with your window, whatever. I'm definitely sitting here thinking, we're 3 players short of what we require to even start the season off in a better way than what we left it on, if that makes sense. We need a keeper. I think that goes without saying. The keeper's injured now, so I feel like that will push that'll push the narrative on that for them to kind of go and search for a keeper out there. I think they were looking at the guy from Antwerp, potentially looking at Martinez, but Martinez for me is a bit short-sighted because of his age, but he is prem proven and he's a world class, and he's a world class keeper. To be honest with you,
he won't cost much though, and you are struggling for peas.
Yeah, he won't. So that's why I don't feel like they will go for him maybe so early in the window. They'll see how it looks in terms of the outfield side of things. Leave Bendia in between the sticks for now, and then potentially go in for someone like him later on in the window. It's a risk, bruv.
And you got
risky.
Heaton.
We got Heaton, and he played the second half in Leeds, to be fair. So yeah, he's another, but he's not someone you want in as your squad rotation, bro. He's not
United quality.
Do you know what I mean? He's not.
He's there because he's homegrown. That's why.
Yeah. He's there for the numbers and just to keep the environment, uplifting.
He's a good lad.
Yeah,
he's a good lad. Magic tricks and that.
Rashford going out just releases some peace for us, innit? And I was hoping that the Sancho deal would have been over the line already. Anthony would have already agreed something so that them two could move on and release, some more funds so that we could, spend a little bit more on what we need outfield.
Boy, those players, you ain't got better than those players, though.
What do you mean?
In their positions, you have not got better than Rashford. And I don't think you got better than Sancho.
But Rashford's been doo-doo for like the last 2 years for us.
On current form, they have for him. In Mbeumo, in current form, probably they have.
Yeah.
And Mbeumo and Cunha, you start those two over him.
Yeah, without doubt.
They don't play in his position though. Anyway, they don't play in
the position. In the position he would have been playing for us, they do.
He'll be playing a 10, wouldn't he? He won't be playing the 9.
That's what did Leon say? You got to let go of this 4-3.
That's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen, bro. It's not gonna happen.
He's 3-4-3 till I die. One of my friends says that about Klopp. 4-3-3 till I die.
I've not heard too many talks about defenders coming in at the minute. Like, there's not like big talks about that, but I have been hearing about midfielders, goalkeepers, and strikers. And with regards to the midfielders, we have got a couple of academy graduates that are potentially going to hopefully make a little breakthrough. And I think Kane is one of them. He's a decent little baller. And you've also got
all young though, man.
Thwaites as well. 8 seconds.
They're all young for centre backs though.
No, centre mids. These guys
are centre mids.
Yeah?
Oh, they're centre mids.
Centre mids.
Yeah, because you need energy.
You got Heaven that came from Arsenal. He was all right, bruv, to be fair. Until he got injured. He was a mainstay. He was in there. He was getting rotated nicely. But yeah, I was just talking about the midfield. The midfield is the only thing that I think we need to shore up. We need legs in there. We need someone to be able to rotate the likes of Casemiro and Bruno when necessary.
I forgot you said Casemiro.
Yeah, bruv. There's so many people out there. We've been linked with Douglas Luiz from last season. And even that guy at Atlanta, Edison.
But we should have bought Richard Rios. He's going to Benfica now. That's who you should have got.
Yeah. He had to deal with someone else that dropped off in England as well.
Roma. Oh, was it in England? I know there was Roma and Benfica, and he looks like he's going to Benfica, but I think he would have been good for you. The way he plays is perfect for what you need in that midfield. But last point on it, who do you want as your striker? Because you need one. And are you happy with Mbeumo? Do you think Mbeumo moves the needle for you guys?
Yeah,
71 million. That's a lot of money, bro.
Him and Cunha, that's 25 plus goals that we didn't have last season. And potential. Whether or not they get those is another thing. But what I will say is we was creating opportunities last season. We just didn't have anybody to stick it in the back of the net. So with them, we've got something more prolific, in my opinion. And we just need a number 9 to show it up. We got Sesko, Jackson, Watkins, all being floated about. Right now, I'll take Mateta, brother. I just want someone that knows how to get double figures in one season. And then we'll figure it out after that.
This is looking.
I don't like Nico Jackson, by the way.
You can have him.
He's a bagsman, bro.
He's a bagsman.
He's a bagsman.
Right, he's not worse than Højlund. So
all right then.
He isn't.
All right then.
He isn't. So I think we just got to figure it out, man. Don't worry. What we'll do is Rashford's money. We'll get rid of Sancho. We'll get rid of Anthony. Marcelo will go as well. And then Nacho will go to, where's he looking to go to? Chelsea? He'll probably go Chelsea.
Imagine if he goes to Chelsea.
What do you mean? Chelsea been looking at him, bro.
Yeah,
Chelsea
I know.
Been looking at him as well.
What a nonsense if he ends up there. Like, come on.
So, he'll go to Chelsea and then we'll just put some money down for Gyökeres and then everything could be fine, innit?
Okay.
Job done.
Take Take Patrick Schick, bro. He'll do for you. All right. So
even Jonathan David, bro, you went to Juventus. We could have had him,
bro, for free, bro.
Is he
I don't know
free?
what
bro.
Tottenham's
I just
paying
don't
now
know
with that one as
who's
well.
doing the recruitment, bro. It boggles my brain.
All right. So we move on to Tottenham. Obviously, Postecoglou to Frank. It's a reboot for Tottenham. Nothing big in yet, although I do like the sign of Kudus. Tel has gone from loan to permanent. Same with Kevin Danso, from loan to permanent. Some young kids have come back who Leon will probably tell me more of their names. And you also signed Kota Takai, who is a future defensive prospect. You've already told me you're not that excited about what's happened so far. In terms of the manager coming in and a new system, do you think you can greatly improve? You're going to improve, but you think you can greatly improve to already be back into European positions with what you've got and what you can potentially get
It
coming in?
remains to be seen, bro. It remains to be seen. If you're asking me, would I put my house on us being better than finishing 17th? I would probably put my house on it, but I don't want to be homeless, so I'm not gonna take that risk. However, I do believe that with knowing how Thomas Frank has handled his time at Brentford, that we are more than capable of finishing within the top six again. Obviously, the aim is going to be, he said, is to compete on all fronts. That's his brief. I'm sure his brief is also to ensure that we qualify for the Champions League again, which is by no means a guarantee, as we've seen over the last couple of years, with a number of teams either stepping up to the plate or dropping or falling off. So for me, right now, I would say a safe bet is top six. But again, he's going to be dealing with a lot of unknowns that he's never had to deal with before. Champions League football for one, a bigger team for two, better players three, and dealing with not necessarily getting back to the transfer market under Daniel Levy. So am I happy with the signing of Kudus? I think it's the right way to it's the right type of signing. He was a bit hit and miss last year. The season before, he was really, really good. But one thing you do know with Kudus is that he's going to cause problems. And you can see that if he has the right attitude and has the right team around him, that he's going to be a problem. He's someone that can cause problems. And I think we need a player like him who's willing to take people on, get people excited, put opposition defenses on the back foot. That's the kind of player that we do need. But we need more. So, right now, yes, we signed Tel permanent. Tel, the jury's still out. He's still very raw. He's still young. So there's time for him to develop. But I haven't seen enough to say, I really think that this is the guy. I really think that he's going to be, a well beater or sort of live up to that wonder kid tag. Vuskovic, who's the defender you was referring to, we signed him like 2 years ago, and they've been on loan a couple of seasons,
Yes, the one.
and he's
What a
actually been
strike, by
doing
the way.
really well.
What a
Hey,
strike,
this
by the way.
guy, he scores goals.
Goal and assist.
He
He got an
scores
assist
goals
as well.
and scores from set pieces. But he's also a really, really good defender. It'll be different. It'll be interesting to see how he deals with the Premier League, because he's got the stature, he's got the physicality. It's just, the Premier League is another
Pace.
level, and
Yes,
whether
pace.
he'd be able to handle that is another thing. But having someone who, he's left-footed, someone who, if Van der Ven has any problems, who can come in, replace, great. Kevin Danso again. I'm still not 100%, convinced that he's a good enough defender, but
Well, you signed
he's a
him now, though,
better
innit?
backup. Yeah, we
Yeah,
signed
you
him
signed
now,
him now.
and he's
You
probably
signed him
better than what we had as our other backup, which was Dragusin, because Dragusin just
Yeah.
looked like he just couldn't cope with the pace.
Yeah.
So for me, it's not been a great window. I wouldn't say it's been exciting. We've got we signed another Japanese centre back. I think is Takai. I think his name is, who looks in the J League, could be a good defender, but we don't know. Again, it could be a Levy marketing signing. Who knows? But we'll see. The jury's out on him as well. So Son staying. I don't know. Right now, we've got a tour in Korea, so he ain't going
You need
anywhere
him.
before that tour. Let's just leave it there. But I think we need to replace him. I think winning the cup for us was his last action for us. If, in my opinion, I think once this tour is over, I do see him going. I have no idea where, but I think it's the right time now. He's put in an absolute mega shift whilst he's been out with us. Pretty much every summer he's had to go back to Korea to either play in the Asian Games, Olympic Games, the Asia Cup, wherever you name it, he's had to do it. I think he had military service as well, so he's done his time for us, and he helped win us a trophy as well. So for me, I think if Son does go, I think it's the right time. I wouldn't say that he's a leader in the dressing room that will miss from a leadership perspective, but his personality definitely will be missed because he's always been that positive person around. He's always smiling. He's always someone that's trying to make other people feel comfortable. So from that perspective, he will be missed. But yeah, I think we haven't had too many outgoings yet. But yeah, I think for us, it remains to be seen who else we bring in for the rest of the summer.
But last point, I'm not sure you mentioned it enough or in the depth. Are you not happy about the signing of Kudus though? Is he not a needle?
No, I said that. I did say he's the type of player that we needed. Like the right side of the pitch. The weird thing about it is Brennan Johnson, right? If you take away, it's difficult to say this because you want players that are going to get goals because that's what Brennan Johnson does. Realistically, he is like a support striker. He should be playing behind a lead man or playing off a lead man because that's the type of player he is. When he's on the right, he doesn't get involved in it, but he's not very good in building up chances or creating chances for others. But he is great at being on the end of chances.
Sterling.
Kudus is the type of player that should be there, that should be in that position to create and to score goals. And that's what we needed. We needed someone like Kudus to be on that side to do that. And if it means that Brennan can go inside and somehow find a way to make an impact centrally, that will be great. Because I do believe that that's where his best position on a pitch is as a support striker. We just don't know what formation Thomas Frank is going to play. But the one good thing about Thomas Frank is he is adaptable. And he's proved that throughout his career. Like he will play where he thinks the team will suit the team best to win the game. And that's what the kind of manager that we needed. So if he sticks with those principles, then there may be light at the end of the tunnel, and he may be able to do something with this team because it's not a 17th position team. Let's be real, but it is also a team that wasn't good enough for top 6, in my opinion. So we have to see what happens this season.
Okay, all right. So a couple more questions, which will probably be straightforward because they're all so far. So far, who's been the biggest winner of the window, which doesn't really mean anything, but who's had the best signing or potential signing so far?
I think Liverpool have had the best collective window. That. I think that goes without saying.
I think Chelsea's window's good though. To be fair,
I'm about to say, don't sleep on what Chelsea have been doing over there.
No one's sleeping on Chelsea, but there doesn't seem to be any method to the madness. It just seems like they're just bringing out the checkbook for whoever they can get. That's how it feels. Yeah. Like there doesn't seem to be a strategy. Man City's window's been good as well. Like they've kind of gone under the radar because they've replaced pretty much all of the gaps that they needed to fill. They've filled them out now. So, it's the only thing they need, really, isn't it? Now, a right back. They could persist with Rico Lewis, or they might just stick with Nunez, who they told him he's not a central midfielder, so he might just be the right back now anyway. It's like Sergio Roberto, basically. That's what Barcelona did to Sergio Roberto, so you never know.
I'm probably going to be the same. Smartest business. I'm guessing you're going to say Liverpool. Am I wrong in saying that? You're probably going to say Liverpool smartest business?
It's
expensive.
It's been smart.
Yeah,
Wirtz is a world-class player. Yeah, he's a world-class playmaker. You had to spend money to get him. If it works out, no one will care about the
masterstroke.
Which club has the biggest question mark against them so far?
What, in the transfer window or?
Yeah, transfer window.
I think.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Someone's claimed it.
Someone's got their hands up.
He's claimed it, boy.
Yeah,
Man United. because we just don't know what
don't know,
Amorim's. It's
Bro,
going to
we
be his
need too
first
much
summer.
things.
Yeah, you
No,
do.
we need too many things. That's our problem. Our whole spine is messed up. I'd rather you use another word, but it's a family pod. But it's messed up. The whole spine, mash up.
And that's from the goalkeeper to the number 9.
From the goalkeeper, that's my
Way,
point.
bro.
From the goalkeeper to the top, it's just the spine.
I can't wait for Cunha and Bruno to have a fight on the pitch.
That's inevitable. That's inevitable. I already know that's going to happen, bro.
Yeah, because
it's probably going to be against Arsenal as well.
Cunha's not running 100%.
Yeah. Okay, biggest gamble. Who's taking the biggest gamble on a signing so far? Including ones that haven't quite completed. So obviously, Ekitike is not completed. And Mbeumo's not completed, and neither is Gyökeres.
That's a great question, James.
If Ekitike goes through, I think it's the biggest gamble because of the amount of money it's
for the price.
That's the reason.
Yeah.
He could be better than Núñez, which I think he will be. But
do you want me to be honest?
But you know what it is? I see him more like going to be facilitating stuff than
he will be
scoring goals. I see him as more like a Firmino type player.
Yeah. False 9.5.
But then they don't really need that because they've got Gakpo who does the same thing.
That's what he wants though. He when you got Salah, who's just eating up goals,
bags man.
Your striker is not really going to get as many chances to get 25 goals a season. I say it all the time. When you got Salah, is your striker really going to get 25 to 30 goals a season?
I think if the striker's good enough, they can. Honestly. If you think about the chances that Darwin Núñez gets, bro, Jota comes off the bench and scores, bro, off the bench all the time. If Liverpool had a legit number 9, I'm telling you, it'll be fine. It'll be the Salah thing.
If it was Isak would get 30 goals,
bro. It's 25 goals minimum.
You did it with what's it called?
It's light work, bruv.
Mane only got 20 once though.
I know, but he was playing on the left wing, and that's because Salah was greedy.
But bro, didn't they get the golden boot in the same season?
Yeah, they both got 20. With
Aubameyang. Yeah. So if you put a number 9 in there, I think they can work 100%.
It out. Liverpool just haven't bought a number 9 that's been capable of doing that since the rise of
I don't think we've answered James'
Suarez,
question. The biggest gamble.
The biggest gamble.
Suarez.
Since Suarez.
I said Ekitike at the moment.
You said Ekitike. Who's your gambles? I would go Ekitike because of the price. I think he's a 40 to 50 million pound striker, but it's a new age right now. 40 to 50 pound is now 70.
I thought that
40 to 50 million is now 70 million.
Verse.
Bro, I
thought Lamont was going to say Wirtz because you questioned it before.
What do you mean? I wasn't thought. I said Wirtz, bro. You remember when you were chatting? I said Wirtz, bro, because he's been in one league and doing his thing, right? And you man spent £107, whatever it was, on this side. Make sure
it's a bargain. £107.
He hits the ground running because I'm gonna be on your hands, Mr. Postman. I'm gonna be asking you this question every week. So how's Wirtz going? How's he going on? Is it all right?
You might be.
Bro, you just remember you was picking Wirtz in your dream team, bro. Just remember that. Euro dream team, you had Wirtz all over it.
Two assists so far in preseason. So he started off well. But it was stuck.
Yes.
It was stuck.
What about you, Bevan?
If we get Gyökeres, I still think he's an unknown quantity in the league.
No, but we're saying what's been done though. Business that's been done.
You know what? Honestly,
including Gyökeres. Ekitike isn't done yet.
Fair. Sorry,
I don't. I agree. I hear what you're saying, Bevan. But the chances you create for your strikers, man, Jesus, honestly,
on the plate,
Gyökeres should be scoring those, bro.
He should be, bruv. Unknown quantity. I've had a look at some of his goals
from the Portuguese league.
I've had a look at some of his goals he scored, and I'm thinking, does he get those goals in the Premier League?
I know. When you see the amount of space he's got in the box, why is this happening?
Yeah, and the goalies have been like holograms. Like I don't know. And there's a lot of penalties in there. Yeah. I suppose if he gets 20 goals, fair enough. But it's still, for me, it is a gamble. It is a risk. I don't know if the reason I say TK might not necessarily is because of the type of player he is. I think he could fit right into Liverpool's way of playing. I don't necessarily think it's going to be goals, and I really hope I'm wrong. I really hope. Anyway, but yeah, so that's why I think it might be.
Okay, the last question I had.
Go on.
I don't have an answer for myself. I don't think there has been one. But what's the most underrated move so far in the window?
You
I don't
man,
think there
you
has
need
been
to
one.
rate Mbeumo, bruv. Rate him. Trust me, dog.
It might be João Pedro,
Trust me.
you know.
Yeah,
Nah,
you know
man.
what?
Mbeumo.
You know what?
Mbeumo. Trust me. I'm telling you now, he's the guy to watch.
What did you say, Bevan?
João Pedro.
Pedro. Yeah.
Mate, when he was looking good in the Club World Cup, you know, I was like, Lord of mercy, what is going on here?
Yeah, he wasn't that
he's
expensive either.
Yeah.
He was
put
ready
Delap
to
on
be
the bench
cheap,
pretty
really.
much. He's put Delap on the bench, innit? Pretty much.
Already.
Chelsea
Delap must have been licking his lips when he thought, oh, Chelsea, boom. And he hits the ground running. Right, I'm going to start a couple games. And then João Pedro comes in and just puts him straight on the bench.
He'll get games.
Who, Delap? Yeah,
they'll get games, man.
Yeah, Delap will get games.
Can I ask my question before we go?
If it's going to be quick.
It will be. Right, so if Liverpool get Isak and Arsenal get Gyökeres and Eze, who's got the better front three?
Liverpool.
Yeah, Liverpool.
Really?
Isak and Salah, bruv. It doesn't even matter who Arsenal have on the position, bruv.
I'm saying, Isak, it'll be Isak. You got Isak,
Salah. It's not even front three. It's the front line. We'd have Gakpo, we'd have Diaz, we'd have Isak, we'd have Ekitike, we'd have Salah as well. No one's beating.
So what about City though? What about City? If you throw City,
their front line still won't be better than us. There's not enough goals in the front line. Their front line don't score goals.
City's changed a lot. Not for the better, bro. They had bags, man. They had Mahrez, Sane, Sterling, Bernardo Silva, flipping Aguero, all at the same time. Crazy. They ain't gonna have that again. They ain't got that.
You could argue even without. You could argue because it's the time will tell. You could argue that even if we keep the strikers we've got now, and Diaz doesn't go, you could argue that Liverpool's attack is still better than Arsenal's, even if they get Gyökeres. But it will nail in the coffin if we got Isak.
That's guaranteed. That's guaranteed goals, man.
But I don't think that's happening.
That's horrible.
I don't think that's
happening. The league don't need that. They need to veto that kind of transfer like they do in the NBA. No, we can't have that.
Yeah,
where everyone says Liverpool's the media darlings, isn't it? So they probably want it. That's what they like to say.
Yeah,
but
because all your former players are in the media. That's why.
Yeah, true. But anyway, that's it for this week. We have 3 weeks left until the season starts. It's coming back at us really quickly. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, and to hit the notification button. We out of here. Peace.
Peace.